Right, we're here to talk about last weekend and talk about this weekend, and I will, of course, be addressing the elephant in the room. Alright, hello and welcome to the MatchDayVlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe, because it really does make a difference to the channel. How are we doing, Jack? You well?
Yeah, mate. I can't believe we're up this late. It's crazy.
It's a late night one. It's definitely a late night one.
It's a school night, you know. I mean, you know, we've had European football, so at least we've been entertained. And now we're here to ease them into bed. Get into bed, snuggle up, listen to us talk for a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know where you're watching the show from, either in the comment section post-show or in the chat section during the show. As you may have noticed, I am not in the usual crispy clean studio.
But donuts. But to be fair, donuts, right?
Yeah, donuts on the brain. And I'm not actually even in the country, so you can also guess which. I'll give you a clue. One of our best defenders originates from here. He no longer is at the club, but yeah, I'll drop some little clues throughout the show.
I know.
You can all
I know
guess.
the answer.
I know.
I know.
Joe knows.
After that first clue, I've already got it.
Exactly. Good evening, Dexter. Good evening, James. Ronaldo does it again. It's European football one.
2-1. They won it. He scored in the 94th minute.
Was it against Villarreal?
Yes, it was.
Villarreal.
It was a tight game. Very tight. Villarreal were all over him.
There we go. Oh, some guesses in already. Japan.
Yep.
No.
However, given the clues you gave them, that is a very correct statement.
Actually, that is a correct answer in a way, but it's not the correct answer to where I am. Someone's already got it. I've been against Hyman. Oh dear. Ben, Karen, nailed it. I could have given like wooden shoes, tulips, bicycles,
all sorts.
Coffee shops. Loads of stuff. Yes, I am currently in the Netherlands or Holland. Do you know the difference between the Netherlands and Holland?
Spelling.
Apart from spelling.
No.
The Netherlands is all the regions of the Netherlands, and Holland is only 2 of them, I think, because there's 3 sections. Anyway, we're not here to talk about geography. We're here to talk
entertainment that dry over the whatever was it?
I'll tell you what was dry is all the cotton buds I've thrust down my throat and all the extra testimonies do. But
can you imagine?
That's what you get for travelling the final week before that stuff is all removed. But there we go. So let's have a quick chat. Looking back at last weekend. Was it a Saturday? It was a Sunday, wasn't it? It was a Sunday. And what I can only describe as a massively disappointing 1-0 loss, really. The post-match comments from Oriol Romeo pretty much summed it up. We didn't deserve to win, but we didn't deserve to lose, really. But, you know, when you have that many shots on target, strikes on goal, kind of disappointed we didn't put it away, really. So I'm feeling quite deflated by that, thinking that was a real missed opportunity. On the plus side, on the nice side, Raul to get his first goal since his injury. It's kind of nice, but it's a shame it's against us, really.
No.
It is, but it's romantic.
No. No. Now was not the time. Time and a place, mate. Time and a place, and now was not the time nor the place. Mate, it ruined. Like, I woke up that Sunday and like I had a McDonald's breakfast, so it was already starting. It was nice and warm. Got down to Southampton. It was lovely. I thought, here we go, good game for Southampton. Here come the first 3 points, and then, it was awful.
Wow, Ben travelled 20 hours to St Mary's and back. My goodness.
Yeah, you tell Ben. Oh, how nice is it that Jimenez scored?
Well, I thought my immediate post-match comments of if you decided to stay home and watch this on Sky Sports, you picked the wrong channel, you should have watched something else, pretty much summed up how everyone felt about that game.
It was bad, man. It wasn't good, was it?
It was bad, but I'm still thinking on that game and thinking like, what was it? Was it killer instincts from our attacking front two, or was it tactics that got it wrong? Was it? I just couldn't really make up what to do about it really, because once we made a conscious thought that once we got the ball out to distribute it, we weren't moving fast enough to do anything with it. It's almost felt like we were struggling to get the ball up front, but then when we finally did, we couldn't do anything with it.
It was just we've shored up the back so well, and they really, no one at the back really had a bad game. But yeah, when we just get into that final third, it's just nothing's there, is there? Redmond and Elianusi and just don't really connect very well with the front two, so there's nothing going in for them. And like you say, there's nothing from the front two that are being creative. We said it at the game. What the team that's going to win it is the one that has that Jimenez moment of when they have a player that can just take the ball and do something with it. And Armstrong and Shea aren't doing that sort of thing, are they? You saw the first goal of the season against Everton. You think, yeah, that's what they should be doing, but we haven't seen that link up like that ever since that first goal. It was like I saw something so shiny and bright. I was like, that's what we need to be doing.
Yeah,
and we haven't seen that since. So it's kind of just blame. I guess it's not blame, but it's just like, come on, boys, where's it at? Where's that final flourish at?
Yeah, and I did make an error actually in saying that we'd only scored 2 goals all season. That's incorrect. We scored 4 goals because I was forgetting the Newcastle away draw. There we go. I made mistakes. You do realise that video though from Sunday is our 5th most watched video on this channel already. What's wrong with that? What's up with that?
It's that Arsenal fan TV mentality, man. We take them. Thanks, I guess. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
There were some quite nice comments from
They were
Wolves
all
fans.
very polite, yeah. As far as comments from opposing fans go, Wolves, you were blooming delightful.
Yeah, there were 1 or 2 that were a bit like you're always going to get those. You're always going to get those.
You're going to get those. We get more of them from Southampton fans. No matter.
So, but there we go. It has also knocked off the Leicester home, that result, off that top list. So I'm quite happy about that. Good job.
Yeah, well, I'll take that.
One
victories.
Far smaller loss knocks off a larger one. There we go then. So let's put that aside. Let's move on to what we want to talk about, which is the Chelsea game coming up on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. There was a comment here. Are we going to the game? I'm not, because of my current proximity. Elephant in the room. So no, sadly we won't be there. No. But to everyone who's travelling up, it is a sellout, I believe. Although I did have a look and I could get 1 ticket. I think there was like 1 random seat a couple of days ago. But whether that's still there, if anyone wants to snap that up. But decent stadium. I always like going to Stamford Bridge. Decent pie and a pint. Easy up on the train. So I'm sure those going up will hopefully have a great day. But of course we are facing the European champions, and what most pundits are saying, if you finish above Chelsea this season, you're probably going to win the league. Yep. So it couldn't get any tougher. Jack, how do you see this going? Like in terms of considering we haven't scored in the Premier League for 3 games. Mm-hmm. Have I got that right? Yes, I think I've got that right. I have to check these things now. And we're up against a Chelsea side who have Lukaku.
Yeah. Well, when we held United, I thought, yeah, that was a good result, But they didn't really have that. They didn't really have that many threats. They didn't have Ronaldo yet,
Right.
And then when we held City to a draw, you thought, great, they got a lot of attacking players, but they still don't have that number 9, that striker. Mm-hmm. Chelsea do have that, and he's pretty good. So I'm a little bit worried, especially with the fact that we don't have Stevens. I never thought I'd be saying that. I thought Ben Narak did all right on the weekend, but there was a few mistakes. I think there's a few too many times he gave the ball away. The goal was on his side, I do believe, right? Jimenez came in on his side. Mm-hmm. And also there I thought there was a real not a motivation to get forward. There's a lot of time where we saw like Timo on the wing ready to go, and he'd just be holding the ball up for too long. So they kind of bother me, but we have done really well keeping out the big teams this so far, and Wolves again. Wolves didn't really do much. That was the most annoying thing about it. They didn't give us anything really, and it was just Jimenez out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, it's so just like disappointing that game, because in reality, it probably should have been 0-0.
Right.
But we didn't deserve to win. At the very best, it should have been 0-0. So it just shows that we are short at the back. It's creating chances, and if Rudiger's fit. They'll be annoyed because they just lost tonight. So it just seems hard.
Have they? Have they lost tonight?
Yeah. Juve beaten 1-0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So where's Juve? Juve.
They might be tired. They might be a bit tired.
Well, they lost to, of course, Man City. So
comparable teams.
Yeah. I mean, there were a couple of things that I think came out of that game against Wolves. A lot of questions from the Saints fans thinking like, are Adams and Armstrong up front up to it? A lot of pundits who don't watch any Southampton football are already saying, well, that's what you get. You've got 2 championship strikers in the Premier League. You're never going to be able to cut it. And then the other thought coming out the fan base was really, what has Nathan Tella got to do to get some game time?
Yeah.
I think we were all kind of thinking, like, how's Redmond starting ahead of Tella? Is there something going on about? I mean, do you see any kind of changes on those wings for the Chelsea game?
Do you know what? For the Chelsea game, I don't think so. In my mind, I feel it's like Ralph wants to bring Tella in on an up.
Mm-hmm.
So his confidence is fully going. The worst thing that can happen is he comes on and it's one of those games where we lose by a margin. That have been known to happen.
Shut up! Stop it!
I know, but just those happen. Not even that big, but those happen, and it'd be bad for him to come out in one of those games. But it's the Wolves game where that's where Ralph is taking a lot of stick, because he really should have come on. Exactly, but bringing Shane Long on.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Which is why I put this comment up here, because it was an utter shock for us to think like, you're doing what? Shane Long, really?
Why not get that player that runs at people and gets like free kicks outside the box where it doesn't make no sense.
Yeah. So it's definitely a confusing one. In terms of the differences at the back, I don't think we can make any changes in terms of the back pairing. Stevens is still out for a long spell of time. I mean, it's going to be December by the time we see Stevens come back.
I do honestly think it's about time, like that the option of Kyle Walker-Peters and Livramento on the same wing happening, because I just think the more you look at it, the more it just seems like having Kyle Walker-Peters on the left side is fine. He can do the job, but when he gets to the final third, he can't cross in on his left foot, so he's cutting inside and he's losing the ball.
Yeah.
So we want him on the right wing, and I said to you during the game, would you rather have, it was Redmond and Kyle Walker-Peters down that side on the left-hand side, or would you rather have Peru and Gineppo? And that I would rather have Peru and Gineppo on that wing, and then Kyle Walker-Peters and Livramento on the other side.
Yeah.
We're talking about being creative and attacking and going forwards. What we're missing with, Armstrong's not going to be back. I don't think he's going to be back for this game, is he?
No, well, he was back in training, I saw, because I think he had a Scotland call-up.
He's got a Scotland call-up, so maybe he's on the way, but
I'd be really annoyed if he went to play at the international break, got injured, and then was out for...
Nah, it's just a free holiday, isn't it? Just a free holiday. Just let him go in for a bit.
Yeah, just go and sit on the bench for a bit.
Yeah, so I just feel like that more and more seems to be a good option, and then with those two on the wing, that means you can also drop to really have 5 at the back if you need to be or go even deeper. So just options, isn't it? Just options. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we go back to 4-1-4-1.
Yeah. Oh, okay, really lock it up with yeah. But then of course you've got the likes of sticking Adam Armstrong up front, because of course Broge is going to be ineligible because it's going to be against his parent club. So our options up front are literally Shane Long.
But also, apart from that, that
Adam
one
Armstrong.
little brochure breakaway. He didn't look that bothered to be. He didn't make much of an impact when he came on, did he? Against Wolves. Moment to shine. Time to step up.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The performance of Moy Elianusi, it was okay against Wolves, but he just kept running into people and sort of getting clattered, really. So
Yeah, but that's the thing. But that's what makes Teller not starting even more annoying, because there's nothing. It's one thing for him not to be in the team because of performances, but you see him, Elianusi and Redmond have had to give the last few games. It's like, well, Teller's given more than that this season already. We've like the Sheffield United game looked great.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's very true. Very true. Of course, Livramento will be going back to haunt his old club. So yeah, that'll be an interesting one to see. I mean, I think there are plenty of Chelsea fans who are sorry to see Livramento go, but he's getting first team football. So yeah, but of course he's our player, so absolutely eligible to go and play up at the Bridge. So there we go. There we go. So should we get straight onto it? Should we do score predictions?
Let's do it.
Oh dear. Or do you want to do a team selection?
It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you. If you've got the capabilities of doing it, we can do a team selection.
Do you know, I've got so many weird spreadsheets open on this computer that I'm just terrified I'm going to show
Spreadsheets.
information.
Sure thing. Yep, spreadsheets, of course.
Why is everything opening?
Of course they are. They are definitely spreadsheets.
It's all that. So we want to find chosen 11, don't we? There we go. Is that going to come up? Right, let's see if I can make this work. Talk amongst yourselves, everyone.
Here's a question. When do we start talking about the scary fact that James Ward-Prowse has played over 100 games and might be a little bit tired?
Well, of course, he didn't feature in the Sheffield away game, did he? That was something that...
True, but I think the past few games he's been very solid in the middle, but not overly creative.
Yeah.
There's not been that extra spark for him. Do you reckon there's anything to that? So, like the fact maybe he was rushed back a little bit from his knock in the summer?
Maybe.
Just too vital, isn't he? He's too vital not to have in the squad. So.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know, I'm not sure it's gonna. It's not gonna let me. Sorry, everyone. I want a different device here, and it's not going to let me do the chosen 11. But I think the way it will run out, what he should do is go with the idea of Livramento and Kyle Walker-Peters on that right-hand side. I don't think he will. I think we'll still see Livramento in the right-back position, and I have a feeling we might see Peru in left-back.
I do.
Just because I think he's a bit more physical, perhaps a bit more quicker. I don't know, but maybe Gineppo, because he had a good game against Chelsea the last few seasons, and in the back lineup consisted of Bednarek and Salasu, with Romeu, Ward-Prowse, Gineppo on the left. I think he'll stick with Elianusi and Sherdams and Adam Armstrong, whether or not it will be in a sort of drop back sort of 4-1 position. If that's the case, maybe it's an either or with Sherdams or Adam Armstrong with an extra winger, maybe Redmond, maybe Teller. So
what if it sort of Teller sat in the middle, almost playing it that like a false nine, but right behind him, dropping up in front of him?
Yeah, could be.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
I'm curious to know why Teller hasn't featured, really. So, I mean, a lot of the players at the club seem to think he's the most promising talent at the club. So
I hear theory that apparently the league just ain't ready for him. Like he's ready, like he's more than ready for the league, but the league itself isn't quite ready for what it's about to witness.
So there we go. I like that idea. Right, here we come to the most prolific part of the show, where we audaciously go with our score predictions. This one's going to be hard for me this week. So please stick in your score predictions in the chat section, and Jack and I will be running through those right after we give ours. Right, it is my go, isn't it?
Sure, go.
Aye.
You got this. Come on.
This is so hard.
You got this. Say it. Just say it. You know what to say. Just say it.
2-0 Saints.
Wow. He's gone big.
Yeah.
He's gone big.
I don't know why. I think my head would say get a 0-0 at best. But my heart is thinking, you remember that time when Chelsea looked amazing and we beat them 2-0 with that diddly dance and the Nathan Redmond goal. That was amazing. I've forgotten his name. Who's our striker that we sold to Swansea?
Obafemi.
Thank you. Where Michael Obafemi at? Sorry.
Where Michael Obafemi at, man?
So yeah, I'm boldly going for a hand on heart. Big dreaming. 2-0 Saints win.
I love it. I love to hear it. Who's going to score?
Do you know, I'm not going to say a Ward-Prowse free kick because I say that every week in the hope that it's going to happen. But I reckon maybe an Adam Armstrong brace.
I like it.
He's going to shut all those pundits up saying he's a championship striker, and he's going to show us exactly what he did on the opening game of the season against Everton and score an absolute worldie into the top corner and then roll one past the keeper to make it 2-0.
I love it.
There we go.
I love it. Missed it, Mike. Missed it, Mike.
Yeah. Clip that up.
When it definitely happens.
Absolutely. Right then, Jack. What are you going for?
I'm going to go for a 1-0 Southampton. Nice and conservative. Yes. Nice and easy. And it's going to be Timo Livramento from 45 yards. Right in the top bin.
Wow.
Bah! Nice and conservative. It's going to be amazing.
Sort of dribbling down the right and then cutting inside quickly. You know, doing one of those little Ronaldo flicks and
no, it's going
smashing it in.
It's going to be punched up by a goalkeeper from a corner, and he's just going to be stood on the halfway and go, right, pendulum his leg back as far as it goes, and just.
I absolutely love that.
No pressure, but like no force, but just the gravity of his leg.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good.
Xabi Alonso, Luis Garcia beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds pretty special. Right, so I am boldly going for a 2-0 win. Jack is going for a 1-0 win. It's time we look over into the chat section to see if anyone's as crazy as we are. Right, let's start with this one here. MK12673 is going for a 5-0 to Chelsea.
Understandable.
Yep. We get it. We're not going to question any of these, to be honest with you. Even if someone sticks a draw in, I don't think Jack's going to question
yes,
it.
I will.
Thomas going for a 2-0 to Chelsea. Yep. Charlie Page, realistically 1-0 Chelsea. James Camps is 3-0 Saints. Woo!
Yes!
Making me look conservative. Armstrong hat-trick shut all those pundits up. Wow, I want to smash a hip-hop horn on that one. Yes, good job, James. Like that. Xander247, 2-0 Saints. Look at that. Armstrong and Bednarek header. And we win and don't lose 3-2. Wow.
There's no way that Bednarek scores a header that makes it 2-0 and it still doesn't turn out to be 3-2. I don't believe it.
No, we're gonna break the universe out of its rut that every time Bednarek scores, we're in for a disappointing, narrow 3-2 loss. David Baker is going for a 1-0 Saints. Head 3-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
No one said a draw yet, so that's fine.
Yeah. It's from Chelsea 2, Saints 0. Doubt we will score. Do you know what? The last 3 games have probably told us that might be quite right. Exactly. Here we go. Right. Oh, Leo's jumped in just in time. 3-0 Chelsea. Sad face.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. No waistcoats for you then, lad. Do you know what? We spotted Ralph on the touchline. Apparently, I remember seeing Ralph doing his pre-match presser, wearing his waistcoat, comes out, full tracksuit.
Just too warm for a minute. Just too warm. Don't worry.
No waistcoat, no party.
We'll go on a Christmas run then. Don't worry about it.
And I was wearing my yellow shirt in the first half. Stayed 0-0. Zipped that one, the black hoodie, the blackness. Suddenly I didn't have my yellow shirt on and we concede. So I'm worried now.
So we know what you've got to do from now on then.
Yeah.
Anybody sees Mike wearing a jacket, rip it off of him. Whether you're at a Southampton game or not.
There we go. Ralph watches this channel apparently.
Yeah,
Does
absolutely.
he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep, and that's why we're on this kind of form.
Okay. Now's our opportunity, all right? Okay. Right. Ralph. Put Livramento further up the pitch and put Kyle Walker-Peters just behind him, and that way we can make the most of that right-hand side. And then you've got the left-back that you bought, Roman Peru, just stick him in left-back position. And then make sure you have Gineppo in front, because that's much more of a creative option. And re-sign Yoshida. There we go. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, Messi was on a free this summer, mate. What are you doing? He would have loved Ocean Village. Would have loved it.
Exactly. The money we could have made on shirt sales could have, yeah. I mean, why would he not want to end his career at Southampton Football Club?
The English Riviera.
Yeah, go and play in the Farmers League. That's the German one, isn't it? There we go.
Although saying that, Messi did win me some money last night, so thank you, Lionel Messi.
Oh, okay. What bet did you have going on that then?
It was, what was it? It was like 22 to 1 on him to score outside the box.
Okay.
And I just went for it. Just stuck a couple of quid in it, and boom. Thanks for that, Lionel. Then I put a bet on, Ronaldo tonight, and it didn't come in. So I think this whole greatest of all time thing has been decided. So, and it all came down to just 2 bets decided.
Oh dear. Well, there we go. I still think he's amazing. I still think he's the Ronaldo, because he's done it in all those other leagues, hasn't he?
Did it tonight.
Yeah. He's done it in the Premier League, went to the Spanish League, did it very well there, did it in the Italian League, maybe did it in the Italian League, but still performed well in the Italian League. And he's back, looking fitter than ever, in the mild age of, how old? 35, 36?
Yeah, but could he ever do that on, like, with a McDonald's full in his belly? No, Latiz could do that.
I love the shot of Wayne Rooney and Ronaldo side by side, because they're similar ages, right?
Yeah.
And one of them looks like a man in his 50s, and the other one looks like a 22-year-old.
Yeah, but I feel like you could do the same with this channel. And be
It's
like,
not me being ageist. I'm just
like
saying.
you can do that with this channel, and if, like, people, I feel like if people did it and be like, and realize that, like, how much of a difference there is, and I look like this, there'd be a problem.
And how much more wrecked I look with bad lighting. Yeah. No forgiveness here in this terrible lit room. But there we go.
I mean, it really is a lit room. Look at that elephant, man. Just party.
My dad said Saints are going to win 4-0. Yes, Courtney's dad. Good job.
Big up. Where can we find his fan channel? Where can we find that's the sort of momentum we need? We need that kind of. I need that positivity after these sort of streams.
Absolutely. Question 1. Do we know why the Wolves video got so many views? I have my suspicions. There's a big following in Mexico for Jimenez, and also there's some active Wolves YouTube channels as well. So I'm sure they were.
And also, Mike also wrestles as a luchador. So.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're a mass luchador. I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's not you, Mike, is it?
Exactly. I am a Mexican wrestler in my spare time. That's what I do.
El Santo.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, Finners, and I think there's another one. I don't know the name. Another guy who follows the Wolves, but they're very active. So I'm sure they had many of their subscribers wanted to get a... I thought we gave a fair rendition of the game, actually. I don't think anything we said was questioned. I think someone questioned the fact that I suggested that Wolves would be around us at the end of the season. I still think that's fair.
I still think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
to be fair, I feel like I was worried that we were going to go really hard in on the Wolves players for not getting up. But in reality, we didn't say that much about it, even though they did stay down all the time. And it was just...
Yeah. But you would, though, wouldn't you? You would, though. You know,
it's that thing of, it's that thing of if it's against you, it's the worst thing in the world. But if it's your club, it's the best thing in the world. So it's just...
Yeah.
Just that thing. Just that, isn't it? Awful. I hated it. Shouldn't be allowed.
But we have, after this game, it's the international break, and then we have Leeds at home. We have Leeds, I think we have Burnley, and then I think we have...
Watford or Norwich?
Watford, and then I think we've got Villa on a Friday night. So
it's a run of games that we really need to pick up a lot of points.
Yeah, exactly that. It will be one of those, now's the time to get a couple of back-to-back wins just to stable the ship a bit, and we need to get a win. That's
the problem. The longer it takes, the worse it's going to get. I don't want to get to the Burnley game and this be like, do we have to get points at Burnley? Because you won't.
No, it is a home game though, that Burnley one. But
even then,
there's no easy games. There's no. I mean, we saw that in that Wolves game. I mean, both of us were ridiculously good. You said 4-0. I said 3-0. I was thinking, I'm going to actually have to go buy a waistcoat here.
There's no need to bring that up. Let's move on from that. There might be new people here, Mike, that don't know what we're talking about. Please don't mention that.
But the point I'm making was that looking at the previous results, thinking, Wolves are hardly banging them in, and they've just, conceded to a 10-man Brentford. There's definitely an opportunity for us to get 3 points here and score some goals, and it just didn't happen. So, these are the times when you really do start to worry. And I've seen this comment just jumped in here. Eddie Howe will be in by Christmas. Controversial. Well, he is hanging around. But you know what? There will be people asking questions. If we get to the end of October and we're in a similar kind of position and we haven't seen much of a change, questions will be asked. I mean, I think that Aston Villa Friday night game is going to be pivotal, really, depending on where we are in that. So, oh goodness, I'm trying to keep it light.
Just not Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Just not Eddie Howe.
You would be a fan of that?
No. Let's get Poch back. That's a good idea. He can't have much. His legs can't last too much longer at PSG. Come on.
Yeah.
Coleman won't last much longer. He'll be on the way back soon.
You reckon? No. I was going to say, he's got an easy gig at Barcelona. It's just don't get relegated. That's what you've been told, hasn't he?
I guess so. Yeah. Just be there. Just turn up, would you?
Yeah.
We got other things going on. Never mind the football.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are, of course, a big fan of Ralph. When it goes well, it's amazing. But when it goes badly, there's lots of people on our fan base that start to question it, really.
Crying at the Liverpool game seems like so long ago, eh?
Well, when you look at how many games we've won in 2021, that's not a pretty picture. No. But I'll tell you what, it's a pretty picture.
22 too soon. Oh, yeah.
No, I was just going to say, Lianco at Peppa Pig World.
Yeah, I saw that. Couldn't help but notice that's a big move.
I mean, who doesn't love a trip to Portman's Park, Peppa Pig World? It's
mate. The moment I see he's checking out Salisbury Cathedral, I'm busting out of work. I'm sorry, guys. The gorilla is in town.
Do you reckon he suddenly realised, flipping it, Peppa Pig World's right here? I never knew. I made such a great decision to sign for Southampton. There we go.
And Stonehenge is where? Amazing.
Yeah. But I don't
Wait
see.
till he sees Romsey Rapids, mate. He never want to leave.
He's going to lose his mind, absolutely. Look at that. It's a hoot hoot.
It really is.
It really is. Really is a hoot hoot. Oh man, that takes me back. Everyone's got the theme tune running through their heads now. Ah, there we go. So, any final thoughts, Jack, whilst we bring this really weird episode to a close? As I'm
just want some goals, mate. I'd just like us to win. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? Just to win. You need something special to score in the Premier League.
You do. But you know what? Those last few fixtures we played, the strikes on goal just look so poor. Like
all P-rollers, aren't they? All P-rollers.
All P-rollers, right at the keeper, and just really lacked any kind of venom whatsoever. You know, it's almost like, come on, these guys are professional footballers. You should smashing them. So, although there was that strike from Oro Romeo, which I think the ball is still on its way up over the northern stand. So there we go.
Some lucky fan went home with a match ball that day.
Oh dear. Right, so there we go. Jack is going for a 1-0 win at the Bridge, and I'm going for a bold 2-0 win. But all in all, we just want to see Southampton score goals and start playing some decent football and start gelling together a bit more. So yeah, that pretty much sums up our summary and match preview of the game. So there we go. I'm not sure what we'll be doing. I imagine we'll do like a post-match show at the weekend. Is that what we're going to do?
Sounds good to me.
Yes, indeed. But maybe I might be able to do a watch-along. We shall see. I never like doing watch-alongs by myself, though. It's really weird.
I don't enjoy watching them when you do them alone.
Cool, thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
For that.
That'd be silly. Those are the only ones I tune in for, because otherwise I'm not.
It's not great viewing. It's really not. I don't mind saying it either. It's but it's mainly that I can just have a chat with the loyal subscribers.
I'm actually gonna start a channel reacting to you doing those.
Man, that would be a slow watch. That really would be a slow watch.
I don't know. I reckon I could twist it up. You'd never be able to see it.
You'd be able to unsee it. God dear. So there we go. Right, as always, thank you so much to those who have joined us here live on the stream. If you're watching us on replay, please remember to smash in your thoughts in the comment section. As always, remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, and me and Jack will see you in the next one. Alright, see ya.
See ya.